a mess. What a mess. All right. So today is not rest day, but we're going to pretend like it is rest day. It just got busy over Halloween, and I just got had a lot of stuff to do over the day and wound up not able to record. So, you know what? We're getting it done now, and y'all aren't gonna miss a beat. The way my videos are scheduled to come out, you know, it's adaptation, which we are gonna have to see some more adaptation as we move forward, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. So what everybody's been waiting on for rest day, let's get into it. Did I progress? Yes, I did. I am now 208 pounds. That was down 8.7 pounds for the month. We are 1 month into the 3-month routine and 1 month into the dieting. My body fat percentage is finally hit the 15 mark. So 15.8% body fat, which is fine by me. That is a good number. I have been 16. It's been kind of stuck and not able to get it down to the 15. So that's what we're looking at. And then, you know, with the weight loss on the scale, you know, I've talked about that, how I don't like to go by that many times before, but with the weight loss on the scale, that is, I would say, a supportive evidence of our progress. But the percentage of fat loss going down, that's damn progress right there. That is progress. And, you know, I can just see it in the mirror and I can feel it. So what in the hell is going on here? We got a bunch of people over here with signs and stuff. Election season. Anyway, so that's what I got to say there. Is I have progressed. I have made it a little bit further, a little closer to my goal. And that's what, 2.5 pounds per week or so, 2.3 pounds per week, I think, something like that. So not bad. Some would say it's too aggressive. It's too aggressive. You need to raise your calories. But, you know, I had a period of time where I didn't lose any weight. I didn't lose any body fat. I was just kind of stuck. So I am not going to tinker with anything because I'm right where I need to be. And I think that's where you can start messing up, is whenever something's working and you start tinkering with it, right? You got a good routine, you got everything working, everything going the way you want it to go, but then it's like, if I do this, or if I do that, or if I switch this up, or if I switch that up, maybe, you know, this could be better, or that could be better. And then the next thing you know, you're not seeing the results you hope for, right? I'm going to increase my calories just a little bit. That'll help me get through my workout. And next thing you know, you're not losing the weight you wanted to lose. So, in my personal opinion, is when you find that balance of, I eat this many calories, I do this much cardio, I do this much weightlifting, and now I'm seeing weight loss. Okay, bang, that's where we want to be, right? And then on the treadmill, I bumped it up to 9. So I've been walking at a 9 incline, and that has helped my heart rate increase when doing the cardio. And then on Monday, I think I'm going to go on up to 10 on Monday. And we'll see. We'll see where we're at as far as that goes. But the hour of cardio versus 30 minutes, I felt has been really helpful for me. Because then I look back at everything and I exercise, approximately an hour and a half lifting weights averaged throughout the month. And then I have an hour of cardio a day, right? That I average every single day. Well, you can just take that and you can take your meals and your calories and be like, oh, okay, so we're even lowering our calories even more, because that calorie expenditure is burning up, some of the meals you have. So your body's going to have to start adapting and thinning itself, getting rid of the body fat and utilizing it to keep you in homeostasis. So it's just something to think about. All right, now the other thing I wanted to talk about was the consistency aspect. You have to stay consistent, but you don't have to be perfect. And I think people get consistency and perfection mixed up sometimes. They think, oh, I need to be perfect. That's consistent. But it's not. Consistent is day in, day out, doing the best you can to meet the goals you set for yourself. Perfection would be hitting those goals exactly every single day. And when it comes to cutting, weight loss, whatever, you don't have to be perfect, but you have to hit your goal. So, point in case, right? Let's say we woke up and there were some donuts on the kitchen table. Your wife went out and grabbed some donuts. They're there for the kids. Everybody's eating. There's a couple left. You grab a donut and eat it. Maybe even eat 2 donuts. Now, you haven't went over your calorie deficit, and you're probably not going to go over your calorie deficit that day. You only had 2 donuts. So you're looking at, 500 calories maybe, 250 calories a piece for each donut, probably somewhere in that area. Maybe 300 if they're 150. But we'll just say, you're looking at you did a little damage there, right? You've increased your carbohydrates. So if you're carb cycling, you might have already hit your carb number for the day. And let's say you're 10 carbs under for the whole day, and you've jacked up your calories a little bit. Now you adjust, right? So that you can stay consistent in this day. Not perfect, but consistent in this day. And your adjustment is, okay, I'm going to eat more protein for the rest of my meals. I'm cutting back everything else. You wind up with, let's say, 204 grams of protein out of your 200 protein goal. You wind up with, 114 carbohydrates in your 90 carbohydrate goal. And your fats are, 3 points over your goal. And your fiber, you didn't even get close to hitting that day. Let's say your fiber's at like 50% of your goal. And your calories are 10 calories over. Well, that's a good day. That's a good day because you have been consistent that day. Because you can make up for those 10 calories that are over. You know, went over in your protein, that's good. You hit that protein goal, most important goal you're trying to hit. You know, your fats you're at, you know, so you've gotten enough to do what you need to do, right? And far as your fiber goes, well, that's not going to break you. You can live without that, right? So you have, even though your numbers wasn't perfect, and it wasn't like 0, 0, 0, 0, you did perfect today and hit every single number that you were aiming to hit. You did good that day, and you hit within a range that you should be hitting so that you can stay consistent. And when you average out your numbers at the end of the week, that consistency shows, because now you're within those numbers for the week. So it was okay that you had those damn donuts and you enjoyed them and you didn't go insane and binge eat a whole box of donuts one day hidden in your car, right? You were able to do what you needed to do. And I think that you need to make sure that you're focusing more on consistency than perfection. So don't get consistency tied up with perfection. I had another topic I wanted to touch on. I don't remember exactly what that was. Thinking maybe if I just kind of ramble on a bit here, I will remember the other topic I was hoping to touch on today. Talk about this. Get yourself a little bit of chewing gum. That's good for the cravings. And man, my belly has been growling at me for the last 3 days. Today it stopped. Today is much better. I haven't been, it hasn't been trying to get me to eat today like it had been, but boy, I had a tough time dealing with some of my cravings the past 4 or 5 days. And you know, one of the ways I always deal with it, I'll take some gum like I just showed you, chew on that. That just helps me have something to do, not want to just eat, especially if I'm watching TV or a movie or something like that. That is a great time. Or if I'm driving, because I always used to snack when I was driving or when I was watching a movie or whatever. And so, you know, old habits are hard to break. Well, if you got your mouth moving, your saliva flowing a little bit, nice mini flavor in your mouth from the gum, it really takes your mind off of it. And then caffeine, also. Grabbing yourself a diet soda. And I don't care what anybody says, there's nothing wrong with artificial sweeteners. If you think there's something wrong with artificial sweeteners, probably should go find somebody else to follow, because this probably isn't going to be the page for you. But have some Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero, whatever it is, right? Have a couple of those, and that also helps your cravings. Not only does it have flavor, not only are they getting they're getting really interesting with the flavor. There's the Oreo Coke Zero that's pretty good. and it'll kind of give you a flavor profile of a cookie a bit. And it's not perfect, but it helps you kind of taste something that you really love that you might have been missing. You know, it helps you get a little bit of a I wouldn't say it'll kill your craving, right? Knock it out exactly, but it will satisfy you until you get to the next moment. You don't have to deal with that craving any longer. So, something to think about there. Anyway, we are fixing to pull into our destination here, and that will be the end of the talk. And then I think next rest day, I'm gonna go ahead and put out phase 2 of my plan. I did phase 1 a while back. If you look in the nutrition playlist, you can find the phase 1 of the plan. If you're interested, absolutely free for anybody to go grab, download. There's a link in there. You just click the link and go to the Google Doc and download the damn thing. I ain't trying to make a bunch of money off y'all. I'm just trying to document what I'm doing, and thought it'd be cool some folks followed it along. And if you're interested in following along, I really appreciate it. I know I'm probably not the best in the world at talking to the camera, but I'm trying to get better at it, and I'm really enjoying it. And it's gonna be fun to look back on this 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and see where it went. All right, talk to you guys in a minute.